Now, they tell me that the intelligence of your audience is judged by the number of questions they ask. Are there any questions? Right, an absolute massive hands in the air.
You talked about speaking to Jack McConnell and the response you got, but how do you ensure you get a sustained interest from politicians?
It's a good question. By being a badger, by being a pain in the arse, basically. I wrote to him just about 4 days ago and said, Jack, I need to come and see you, but I'd rather talk to you over dinner. Can you let me know what your calendar's like? I'll try and move my calendar, because I travel 300 and odd thousand miles a year by air, and I'm all over the place all of the time. So I'm as difficult to find as he is, but I will adjust to find him one way or another. It's just a question of at it. In a small country, I can attack this more aggressively than I would do elsewhere. And because we're a wee country, it doesn't get dissipated quite as widely as it would do in a bigger population or in a bigger country. So if they're not doing something about it, I'll know about it. And if I know about it, I'll be on the phone, to Duncan Rice, Vice-Chancellor, what's happening? Why is this not happening, Duncan? Because you said you were going to do it, you've had the money. So he's got to answer. And if Jack McConnell's slow on it, then I'm going to be on to Jack. So it can be done. I mean, it's just a question of focus and a question of attention to detail. Dyslexics are good at attention to detail, because once they find they're good at something, they are a pain in the arse. Because they focus in and run with it. So that's what I'm doing at the moment. That's why I'm here. Because for me to be here, even to talk to this group, and this is a small group, I mean 400 are coming out, new teachers will come out of Aberdeen this year and every year. So you mount that up. If I could get to all of them, that's what my desire would be. Because if I touch you at all with this, and you become more aware of it and therefore more conscious of it and more fearful, if you like, of not helping that young person. Because that would be awful. If you had somebody that you knew had a learning disability and you chose to ignore it, I mean, that's criminal. And it should be criminal to your mind. Because you're just wasting somebody's life. And you're seeing them abused, and you're going to have to help the other people to understand that we, Jackie, shouldn't be mentally abused. And that's part of your responsibility as a teacher at some time or another. So that's why you don't let it go. That's why you don't let it. And I could easily have said to Pamela, I've got a problem. And I have a problem. I've flown up in a private jet to be here, and I'll fly down tonight at 8 o'clock after I've finished the other thing. It's no big deal. But it's filling in a window of time that otherwise I might not be able to find in January, February or March. So it's just a question of how hard do you want to do it? And I think it's very important. So if you think, if after this you think this is important, you'll carry that through your educational period. And you'll become more active when you become in power in your class with your pupils. And therefore, if you're going to be more understanding, it's very easy for that woman in London to lose a rag because she's looking at the clock and say, we're going to lose the end of this session, you stupid little boy. And the kid doesn't know what the hell's going on.